Okay, King of Kings Fellowship, Articles of Faith. We are articulating and describing our articles in detail here. This is number 2. Our subject today is Jesus Christ. So by all means, let's find out what the article says. Jesus Christ is both fully God and fully man. As God, he has always existed. Through him, all has been created. He was conceived by the Holy Spirit and born of the Virgin Mary. He died upon the cross as a substitutionary sacrifice, buried for 3 days, and arose from the dead. He is now at the right hand of the Father as our great high priest. He will come again visibly to establish his kingdom of righteousness and peace. Okay, first of all, the part at the beginning, Jesus Christ is both God and man. Not 50% God, 50% man, 100% God, 100% man. Yes, he's still a man. When he died and rose again, he was still a man. When he showed his scars to Thomas after being raised from the dead, he was still in every way a man. When he comes back in bodily form, he will be a man. But he also is and always was God. Jesus himself said that before Abraham was, I am. That was his way of making it very clear to his audience that he wasn't just a messenger from God, but that he was God himself. He was there at the beginning, speaking everything into existence. The first pages of Matthew's Gospel says that Jesus was conceived by the Holy Spirit and of the Virgin Mary. This spiritual conception, not physical conception, meant that God even entered the world just like we do. This is his way of connecting with us in the most personal way imaginable. The reason that he came was to pay a price that no one else could. His word says that God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. Well, the Bible teaches that all of us have sinned and that the price of that sin is death. The standard was holiness, a standard set and demonstrated by God himself. And our inability to live up to that standard is where the problem really starts. Since no one person was ever going to reach that standard on their own, the sinless one, Jesus Christ, came and through his death and resurrection declared us righteous. That death was an earthly human death. All Gospels describe in detail how Jesus Christ was falsely accused of treason, arrested, tortured, crucified on a cross, and executed. He was buried in a tomb for 3 days, and then he was miraculously raised from the dead by God the Father. That is not a parable, that is not a fable, that is not a fiction, that is a historical account. So where is he today? Well, he is in heaven with his Father, and he intercedes regularly with him on our behalf. One day, a day only known to the Father, Jesus will come back in bodily form to this earth, and he will dwell with us both as God and as a man. Jesus is the center of everything we do. His title, Christ, the root word of which we get our faith, Christianity. Understanding everything that I have said here this morning, let's be clear, that can take a lifetime. I have spent a long time studying these things, and I still only know some of it. A lot of it is still a journey, a process. My point, I encourage you to orient your life around learning his teachings and learning all there is to know about the one and only Jesus Christ. Thanks and God bless.